Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go from Tampa. Jadon Mickens now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And despite the 3 touchdown passes he threw, there's a lot to work on this week, wasn't there?
Oh, ton of interception.
Yeah, I mean, when you're going really with almost a 1-to-1 ratio, that's not going to work for you well at all. Not over the long haul. The beauty, though, somehow found a way to win.
Yeah, they still got the win last week. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year, 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Open man as Jalen darted. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 20-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Again, it's Brady. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. Beautiful throw right there on 3rd down, and it looked like this was going to be 6 points. But a nice touchdown-saving tackle at the end of this. Even still, this offense is knocking on the door now with a 1st and goal at the 1.
Here's Brady to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. On 2nd and goal, Brady. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it? Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Succop's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by their 24-year-old quarterback in his 4th season from USC, a former 3rd overall pick, Sam Darnold.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Here's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Working with his 2nd and 4. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. McCaffrey following the penalty. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Now Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Darnold from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On 2nd down, it's Jones. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Open man, Gronkowski complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. On first down, Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And down he'll go at the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On play action, now Brady. It's complete. He's got one. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 10-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. On first down, it's Darnold. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And here we go again with Tom Brady in Tampa's offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the interception, and down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Defense.
Unbelievable.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A first down throw. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 45 on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Off of play action, Darnold. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Now Brown. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Panthers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Darnold setting up the screen. Bonifant. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. 1 second, all that remains. Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Falcons who are out in front in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. LaVisca Chenault up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Big Zeke, Ezekiel Elliott, 2 touchdown runs. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Getting this to Bonifant out of the backfield. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Now it's Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Darnold on first down. Again, he finds Moore. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Darnold. He's got Anderson on the slant. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Sly on for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. From the end zone, this is Mickens. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete there to Johnson.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He gets this one to Johnson. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Tyler Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will tie our game here in the third. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Joe Tryon there to make the tackle.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 41, Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. Touchdown, Carolina! Robbie Anderson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result, a Panthers touchdown. From the end zone, this is Mickens. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Now Brady. They'll set up the screen to Vaughn. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady completes it to Miller. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now a play fake. Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Cameron Brate, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Joe Tryon in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. There's Trimble, the tight end. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Carolina. With it is Brown. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Brady leaves with Vaughn on the draw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On second down, it's Vaughn. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On third down, it's Vaughn. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So Darnold and the Panthers now down 27-24, a minute 50 to play. Now Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Here's Darnold. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Anderson. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. Darnold. He finds his man complete. It's Arnold. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Darnold to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Brady. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Out left to Anderson. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. 75 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. Here's Jones again on second down. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. The give is to Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Brady on third down. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Brady gives this one to Vaughn.
In your face!
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. And when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. On second down now, it's Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended, down 3. I just thought, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal and go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. We've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock? Right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for Carolina, a win here in Week 18 means they'll finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the Bucs. This was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will...